sweet friends, welcome to Becky Daniels' home. Today is all things pumpkin. I have the cutest project. It is just the perfect weather for it too. It's raining outside. It is a little blustery and chilly, and it's the perfect day to start making our fall favorites. So what we have to have, you guys, is this. I grabbed at the Dollar Tree these pumpkins, and you'll see those, and they've kind of got the raised panel, if you will, on them. So we need 2 of those. And then this is just a plain pumpkin at the Dollar Tree. There's nothing on it. And then we have this sign that says, thankful and blessed. And you know what? It's a pretty cute little sign. But what we're going to do is we're going to transform this into the cutest pumpkin holder. We can use it on our front door. We can use it in our entryway. We can use it anywhere where you need a little beautiful punch of fall in our house. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to actually take, it's coming off really easily. I'm taking the thankful and blessed off, and we'll lay that aside. I might use it somewhere down the road. I don't know, but this gives me the perfect base for our pumpkin, which, you know, I'm not going to call it really a sign. I guess it is, but it's just going to be a cute pumpkin hanger. It's a cute pumpkin hanger. So this was $1. Everything was at the Dollar Tree for $1. Let's go ahead and take the little raffia bow off of this. And I'm going to take the little hanger off of all of these. We're going to take the tags and the hangers off. You know, this is just such a great, beautiful day to get crafting, to get caught up on some of these wonderful projects. You know, I like to start doing my projects, my fall projects, right at the end of August, early September. And then, you know, usually right after Labor Day, then I go ahead and put my fall stuff up. It's just, you know, it just makes me really happy. And then by the time Halloween comes, I'm done. I wanted Christmas stuff, and I start my Christmas stuff early because it's so much work, you guys. There's so much that goes involved in that. Okay, so I've got my 3 pumpkins here. I'm not going to get overly concerned. There's a little bit of glue on here because we're going to do super cute bows and stuff on these. So first thing we need to do, sweet friends, is we need to go ahead and paint this. I'm just going to go ahead and paint it ivory. I've got my little tray. I use my little saucers that I pick up at the thrift stores. That's what I use to hold my paint. They do such a good job. I just don't like throwing away paper plates. So, alrighty, here we go with this. Give this a nice little coat of ivory. And you know what, really, honestly, the whole thing does not need to be painted. We're just only going to see the tops, the edges, and part of the corners. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just paint the first third, and then the rest of it does not need to be painted. And it'll actually, if it's not painted, it's going to hold the glue a little bit better, the hot glue. I've got my glue gun already heated up here, so we're ready to rock and roll with that. And I am going to just keep the hanger on it. The little jute that's on there, we're just going to go ahead and use that. I may end up reinforcing it a little bit if it doesn't look like it's sturdy. But other than that, we're just going to go ahead and just keep it. Okay, here we go with this. Now that we've got our paint on this, let's go ahead and use our blow dryer and make short work of the drying time. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and just sit this aside. That's done. That's all I did with it, just a little bit around the edges because you're really not going to see the center portion of it because our pumpkins are going to be layered on here and cover that up. So there we have that. Now what we have is our pumpkins. And what we're going to be doing with these, we're going to paint the flat part. And then we're going to put Mod Podge and scrap paper on the raised part. So this one I thought would be really cute with, you know, you guys, I'm going to do a little buffalo plaid or some, you know, black and white check this year. This will probably be the last year I do it, but I'm going to go ahead and do one pumpkin in this fun turquoise with the black and white. And then the big pumpkin in the middle, I thought this polka dot one is just going to be perfect for that. And then the other one, I'm going to be real funky and do a little turquoise and animal print. I love that. So we're really just throwing it all out there. We're just going to go for it and just do whatever makes you happy. Whatever strikes your fancy, do that. Now the first thing we have to do is we're going to paint the flat parts. I've got a smaller brush here, and I'm thinking on this one I want to do turquoise. I think turquoise is going to look really good. Actually, I think I'm going to do both of these. I think I'm going to do both of these turquoise. I think they're going to look good that way. It's a fun punch of color. It's something totally different. I'm loving the turquoise colors this year. I just absolutely think they're fantastic. And so why not just do something fun? You know? Doesn't have to be orange. We can do whatever we want. Hey, listen, when you're at Becky Daniel's home, you can do whatever you like. There's no rules here. Just make it pretty. The only rule is you got to make it, it's got to look good. That's the only thing. Okay, so I'm kind of combining. What I did, you guys, I just went through my paint tote and I just pulled out some turquoises, some lighters, and some darker colors. And I'm going to mix these together and see what we come up with. I didn't want it real dark and I didn't want it real light. So I thought, you know what? Blending it together, that might be a good option to get the color that I want. Oh yeah, I think that's going to be awesome. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so I'm just going to come in here and the stem we're going to wrap. So I'm not going to paint the stem part. And you'll see there's a little glob of glue right there. That doesn't matter. Just keep going. Just go ahead and ignore the glue because we're going to do a really cute little bow up there. So I'm going to get busy painting both of these pumpkins and then we're going to get ready for the Mod Podge. That one's done. Now I'm going to work on the other one. I'm going to do them both the same color. I think it's going to look really awesome. So I'm going to get busy with the next one. Okay, both of our pumpkins are painted in the turquoise. I love it so much. I know it's really funky and different, but we're doing funky and different today. So we're going to set these little cuties aside to dry. If they're not dry by the time we need to put our scrapbook paper on, we'll go ahead and just put the blow dryer on it and make short work of it. Now we need to cover this pumpkin. Now we're not going to paint this one. All I'm going to do, sweet friends, is we're going to put Mod Podge on it, and then we're going to cover it with this super cute orange polka dotted scrapbook paper. So let's get busy with that. We're going to be using the Mod Podge for our big pumpkin as well as for the raised little panel parts of our other pumpkins. So we're going to need quite a bit here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to generously put the Mod Podge on this pumpkin. This unfinished wood, sweet friends, it soaks up the Mod Podge. It soaks up the paint and it soaks up the Mod Podge. So you're going to use a little bit more than you normally would on this. What do we have here so far? We've got 3 pumpkins at $1 a piece and then our sign at $1. So we're at $4 right now. That's a good deal. It's a great deal when you see how cute it's going to be. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and I could have traced it out. Actually, you know what? I should have done that. I'm going to go, I do this, you guys. I've never done this before, and then I'm changing my mind as I go along. So I am going to go ahead and trace this pumpkin out. Now let's cut the pumpkin out of our scrapbook paper. Not worrying about the stem part. And not really worrying so much because we'll sand the edges to get a nice finished edge when the Mod Podge is dry. It kind of just takes the little rough edges off and if there's a little overhang, and it just looks really good. Okay, that was a perfect size. That was a little bit bigger piece of the scrapbook paper. They come in 2 different sizes, so you want to make sure that you get the bigger size for your bigger pumpkin. Okay, now let's go back to the Mod Podge here. Make sure we got plenty on here. I think we do. Okay. There we go. Look how cute that is. I love that polka dot. I think it's so sweet. Make sure that we grab a hold of those edges. There we go. That is adorable. I love that so much. This is going to be so sweet with our other pumpkins. Okay, so that one is done. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wrap the stem in some jute. Let's get that going. Give those guys a little bit more drying time. I'm going to come around the back here. A little bit of hot glue. And then we're just going to wrap the stem with this jute. You could use ribbon, you could use jute, you could use yarn, whatever you have. This is just what I had, so this is what I'm using. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more hot glue here. As it turns, you're going to want that little bit of glue on there to hold down the jute onto the wood. Okay, the whole stem is wrapped in jute. I'm going to snip that little piece off here. And we're good to go with that. I think it looks really good. That's super cute, okay? Now this is going to have, you know, some ribbons and leaves and stuff on it, so we don't have to worry about that too much, okay? So this pumpkin is done. Okay, we're going to come over here. Let me make sure that these are dry. They're not quite dry, so let's go ahead and put the blow dryer on them. Heat gun works good too. Okay, our little pumpkins are dry. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the scrapbook paper that we're going to use on the little raised parts and kind of get an idea in your head how you want to do it. Now you could do all three the same color if you like. I'm going to do mine 2 different colors just to make it punchy and fun. And I think I'm going to do the center one is going to be the blue, and then the outside bits are going to be the checker. My husband just came home. Hi, honey. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Crafting with my friends. We're doing the cutest pumpkin project.
Looks like fun.
It's awesome. So what I'm doing here, you guys, is I'm just taking the paper and I'm making an outline taking the paper on top of the wood that is raised, and I'm just making an outline of that shape. And then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to cut that out. And then we're going to Mod Podge that on. This is the simplest way that I have found to do it. If you've got a way that works better, go ahead and do it your way. But this really just kind of, I don't know, it just works. So here we go. Let's get this cut out. And I am cutting a little itty bitty bit larger than I need because we can sand those edges down, like I said, and get that perfect finish that we need. So that's going to go in the middle there. How fun is that? Look at that. How fun. And now we're going to come in with this little black and white check. I loved this. I just thought this was super cute. I'm going to try to line it up so where the pattern is going up and down as best I can. Not trying to be too perfect here, but just the best we can. Okay, here we go. Same thing. I'm just finding the edge of our raised piece here, and I'm just doing an outline. I love these Mod Podge and scrapbook paper ideas. They're just so good. Everything looks so fun. Man, if we were to sit down and try to paint that, it would take us days. You can also use napkins. Napkins work really good, but if you do the napkin, what you want to do is you want to get the kind that are multiple ply, so that you can take the white backing off and just use the part that has the printing on it. It's going to look a lot better for you. Because what happens is if you use a napkin with 2 plies and you don't take the white backing off, then the top part is going to want to pull off. So that's a little tip for you. Okay, so there we've got that. I wonder if I should just go ahead and just do another one. Oh no, they're not the same. Nope, they're not the same. Okay, so I'm going to come back in with my scrapbook paper. And I'm going to trace off the other side. Okay, here we go. That is going to be perfect. I think this one is just going to be super cute. Look at that funky. And I do like the turquoise around the edge. I think that is perfect. I'm going to go ahead and sand it down a little bit just to even it out. So before I put the Mod Podge on here, let me make sure I put these on each side so I don't forget which side is which. Got a little piece of sandpaper here, so I'm going to go ahead and just do a light sand on this, just to roughen it up a little bit and make it look a little more distressed. Okay. There we go. Now we're going to go ahead and I'll start with the center. Let's get a little bit more Mod Podge. Start with the center. And that beautiful blue turquoise. These are going to be so cute all together. Something so different. We'll come in with our sandpaper and we will sand the little edges off. I'm going to do the plaid now. That looks great. Okay, now let's do the other side. Yeah, I can't wait to see what you guys come up with, what kind of papers and fun things that you do. Yeah, go to your Dollar Tree now and get all the cute stuff before it's sold out. When you see something there, grab it because it's not going to be there for long. Okay, that is great. I'll sand off those edges once that dries a little bit. So we're going to sit that cutie. Look how fun that is, you guys. We're going to sit this cutie off to the side, and then we're going to work on the other small one here. They're a little bit more labor intensive than the bigger one. So, you know, however you want to do it. Let's go ahead and sand these edges a little bit. I like how that looks on there. I think it looks good. Kind of tones the turquoise down just a little bit. Now for the super funky one. We're going to do the animal print. I've got a little piece left from another project, so I'm going to see if I can't just use this up. This is hard to find. The animal print one is really hard to find. So I was glad that I had one whole sheet. I bought this. This is from last year, and I have not seen it at Hobby Lobby this year. So I decided, you know what, let's just make this. I mean, we're going all out. We are going all out with this pumpkin party. That is going to be so cute with the animal print and the turquoise. Ah, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, let's do this side. Okay, we've got the animal print done. Now let's come in with this fun little polka dot. And make the little design on that. Little cutie. Have fun with this, you guys. Have so much fun with it. So this is this cutie. Let's get that Mod Podge going. Get this finished up here. Head on into Crazy Town. Okay, we're going to sit those aside and let those dry up a little bit. Let's come back to this pumpkin and let's sand the edges off of this one. I think it's dry enough. Just take your sandpaper and you're just going to gently go around the edge. And you'll see it just wants to pull right off, okay? So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to go all the way around this little cutie and just make a nice, clean edge on these, on all of them. That is perfect. Now, if you're going to hang yours outside, I would either spray it with the Mod Podge acrylic sealer, or you can go ahead and put another coat of Mod Podge on top of this and to make it a little bit more weather resistant. So look at that cute pumpkin, you guys. It's so adorable. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come over to these little cuties. And I am going to put the blow dryer on this just to dry it up a little bit more before I start sanding it. And we'll do that for a minute or two, and then we'll come back, sand the edges, and put this sweet little thing all together. Okay, we dried up our scrap paper a little bit on here, so let's take our sandpaper. This is a 220 grit. I don't know, I mean, that's what I've always used, and it works out great. Sanding blocks are really good too. But for something like this one, I really got to get in here, and it's kind of tight little turns and corners. I just like to have something that I can have the flexibility to really get in there. Okay, I'm getting in these little tight spots here with the sandpaper. So just be real patient with this. Be real careful. If you need to, you can even go in with some little scissors and snip it. These are so fun. I love these so much. This is such a great little way to add a little character, a little flair into your decor. Yes. Okay, same thing. I'm just going to take my sandpaper, go around the edge of the raised bits, and then we're going to put this whole thing together. Okay, now we're coming along the last little edge here. I would recommend letting your paper dry a little bit longer than I did. It's coming off just fine, but I think if it had a little bit more drying time, it would be a little bit easier. So just keep that in mind. Now I do think after doing this, I am going to go ahead and put the Mod Podge, a light coat of Mod Podge on these real quick. We'll let that dry, and then we'll get the heat gun to, or the blow dryer to it, and then we can start assembling our pumpkins. Okay, we've got Mod Podge on all of our pumpkins. Now I'm going to take the blow dryer, dry them up a little bit, and then we can assemble our super cute hanger for our front porch. Okay, sweet friends, we've got our pumpkins Mod Podge. They're dry, they're adorable. I think they are just as cute as can be. I did have an idea while I was drying them to go ahead and finish the edges off with a little bit of this jute. I think that's gonna look really cute. So I'm gonna get busy doing that, and then we're gonna put this whole thing together. I'm just gonna go around the edge here with a little bit of hot glue. I just wanted to add one more little layer of dimension to it. I didn't want it to seem so flat. I'm gonna come down, I'm gonna start at the bottom. And just do a nice little edge. You could use any kind of cording that you have. Would be adorable. I actually have one that's black and white, and I almost used that, but I'm like, no, let's just keep it simple with the jute. Always have hot glue on my fingers, you guys, always. Okay, I like that. I like how that adds a little bit of interest to that. So let's just go ahead and keep moving along with this, and we'll be done in just a couple of minutes. Okay, sweet friends, we've got the two cute little pumpkins done. I love the little jute outline on that. I think it's just absolutely precious. So now we're gonna set these little cuties aside, and we've got our big pumpkin. And what I was thinking is I grabbed this jute from the heavier cording from the Dollar Tree, and I thought, you know what? That might be perfect to do the little pumpkin outline on the bigger pumpkin, just to give it a little bit of interest. Oh, absolutely. Look at that. See how cute that's going to be? So I'm going to go ahead. I don't know that I'm going to outline the whole pumpkin. You know what? I think it might look really cute. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's do the little pumpkin lines to give it a little definition, and then we can decide if we want to go ahead and outline the whole thing after we're done with that. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball it, and I know there's a little indentation here and here. So I'm going to follow that up and just make a nice glue line here to follow with that heavier jute. We're not going for perfect, you guys. We're just making it pretty. Go down here. Oh, I love that. That looks so good. Okay, let me snip that off. Okay, got that. I love it. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the other side here. Yep, let's go ahead and do that one too. If you're not comfortable just free forming it like that, you can go ahead and draw a little line to follow. That would be perfectly okay. Actually, it kind of might be the smarter thing to do, actually. Okay, I love it. Cut this off the top, and I think we will go ahead and see what it looks like to outline the whole thing. It's a cutie. This is how you take the Dollar Tree stuff and make it look wonderful for your home. You know, we can kind of make it look a little more high end. Yep, let's go ahead and outline it. I think that's going to be really cute. I am going to start at the top because there are going to be some ribbons and things up there, so it's going to kind of hide our little glue line here. So I'm going to use a little bit more glue right here just to hold that down because the end is cut. So there we go. This is what we've got here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put more glue around it, outline this little cutie, and then we're going to get putting our whole sign together. I did catch the part that came up, the little line. I did catch that with the piece that we're outlining just to hold that down a little bit better and makes it look like it's a little bit better, like more finished off that way. So I'm gonna go ahead and snip this off. Glue that last little bit down. Now we're gonna assemble our sign. So excited. I always have weird little glue tails. They look like cobwebs, always. And I do love the Gorilla Glue sticks, you guys. That's another thing that I do love. They work really good. Okay, so here's what we've got. I'm so excited for this. Okay, we've got the base of our sign, which is actually our hanger, whatever we're gonna call this. It's just adorable. So what we need to do is, we've got the edges painted. We're gonna take our pumpkins and kind of situate them on our board just to see how they're gonna lay. Tuck that down. And I think I'm gonna go, got some more glue strings on here. I think I'm gonna go with this one here and this one here. And I'm not sure if the big one's gonna go on top or if we want that one to be on the bottom, and then these go on top like that. I think that's how it's gonna go. And I like how it has a little bit of dimension to it. It's got some depth to it. It's not just flat on the board. I love that a lot. So now I need to just kind of balance it out a little bit. So you're only seeing a little teeny bit of the actual old sign in here. But just enough to where it's painted, so we're covering it up. Okay. Well, there we go. I love it. Okay, so let's go ahead and that's kind of where it's going to land, actually. So let's go ahead and put a little hot glue on here. Hold the big guy down, and I'm using a generous amount of hot glue under here, you guys. Hold that down. I do have more glue sticks. We're not out of glue sticks yet. We can keep crafting because we're not out of glue sticks yet. Okay, that's holding really good. By not painting the whole thing, it's really letting that hot glue really adhere to our pumpkin. Okay, so then this one's going to come across here like this. Look how cute this is, you guys. I love it. So I'm going to go ahead and put some glue here, over here. It's really not touching. It's because this has the rope, the cording on it. That pumpkin's not necessarily flat on the board, and that's exactly what I was going for. So let's go ahead and glue that side down. How cute that is. So cute. And then this one's going to come across here. This makes me so happy, you guys. It's just so adorable. All of this from a few little Dollar Tree items. Who would have thought, right? It's amazing how you can transform these things into something so good. Using a generous amount of glue here. Okay, let's eyeball this one. Okay, this is so cute. This is so adorable. Check it out. There's our cute little pumpkin hanger. Oh, we're not done yet though. The best part is coming. We're gonna put some super cute ribbons and bows and embellishments and doll these little cuties up. We gotta dress them up for the little pumpkin party. Okay, so now I'm loving this so much. I am gonna take a little bit of the jute and wrap these stems on the smaller pumpkins. I wasn't sure what I was gonna use, but I think that's just gonna kind of finish it off really nicely and tie everything all together. So I'm gonna start, actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna start on the back. Put a little glue in the back. And then as we get closer to the stem on the top, then we'll put a little bit more glue on the top, on the front of it to hold the, to make it look like it's an actual stem and to finish the top off good. If that makes any sense. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I just want it to be, I want to get done with this so I can get on to the fun stuff, the bows. That's what really makes these things. It's the little finishing touches when you're all done. You know, when you think you're done and you look at it and you think, oh, it just needs one more little thing. And it's like, yes, that's the fun stuff. That looks adorable. I think that's the perfect little thing, is to use just a little bit of that twine, the little jute on the top. Okay, let's do the last one. All right, now, here's the fun part. Here's the fun part. Look how cute this is. Look how we have transformed those. Look at that, it's just adorable. I love it so much. So now let's have some fun with this. We went crazy with the scrapbooking paper. We went crazy with the colors. We were thinking way outside the box. With this one, I'm thinking we're using all of our crayons, right? We're just having fun with this. And let's do the bow on this one first. Let's start with the center. And I've got a bazillion different kinds of ribbon here. And I just pulled it all from my totes just to see what I thought was gonna look good. I really do love this gold and white chevron. So I know I'm gonna want a couple pieces of that on here. Let me go ahead and grab that. Grab two of them. I'm going to do doubles of each. We're just going to do a simple little, what they call a refab bow. That cute little gal. You got to give credit where credit's due. Okay, I'm going to do this one. I just thought that orange and black is just awesome. Cut that tail straight. Do two of those. When you do your scrappy bows like this, you guys, you can do whatever you want. Whatever makes you happy, go with it. There's no right or wrong. I'm telling you, the crazier the ribbons, the better the bow looks. And the funner it is too. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do some of this polka dot. This is Dollar Tree ribbon. I'm not sure where all of them came from. I'm using my stuff from last year. I do have this one that I got at Hobby Lobby, and I think that needs to make a cut. I think that needs to go on there somewhere because I think it's adorable. So many fun things, so much to choose from. Okay, so let's go ahead and see how this one's gonna look with this. And you know what? I might just throw caution on the wind. I do have a black and white check. And I think I am going to pop some of that in there. Now remember, sweet friends, when Sam's Club, Costco, Michael's, any of your stores that carry ribbon, when they put their ribbons on clearance, grab them for the next year because they really don't change a whole lot for the seasons, especially the fall and Christmas ribbons. you know, I got this last year at Sam's Club when they had them on clearance, 50% off. So, you know, it really is a good value, and it's a good thing to have in your stash. It's always fun to pull out the bargains the next year. Okay, so let's go ahead and lay these out and see what we have. Oh boy, let's see. Let's do this one, the crazy one, the black and the orange first. And then let's lay down the plaid, or the check it actually is, the gingham. And then let's do the gold. Nope, the gold. I say gold and I go with the polka dot. I'm so excited. I'm just so excited for this. And then let's do the little polka dots. I think are adorable. And then these little fun fuzzies. Got to have some fun fuzzies in there for sure. I'm going to go ahead and tie it off with a little bit of this orange glitter ribbon. It'll be perfect in the center. Let's flip this over. We're just going to come around the back and tie it in a knot, and it's going to make the cutest little scrappy bow. Nothing too structured. You could make a beautiful bow on this and then stick some little fall leaves in it if you want. But I wanted this guy because it's so funky. I wanted to just scream whimsy and fun. Oh boy, look at this. I love it. Look at that crazy bow. That is perfect for this guy. Okay. Oh, okay, I'm going to go ahead and plug that one in. Straighten these out a little bit. So much fun, you guys. This is so much fun. Okay. All right. Welcome to Crazy Town, sweet friends. I will have to trim those up a little bit, but we got the gist of it. Let's go ahead and put that guy down here. And I am using a generous amount of glue because there's a lot of ribbons in this guy. I'm going to hold it down for just a second. Make sure it holds really good. So cute. There's that funny. Look at that funny guy. Isn't that awesome? It's beautiful. Okay, so now we've got the other two, and I'm not sure what all they're going to get. I think we should probably do a scrappy bow on each one of them. And you know, I did grab from my stash some beads. And, you know, maybe we'll do one with a couple little beads on the end or something like that. I thought they were cute. And then I did pull some fall leaves, and I wasn't sure if we wanted to tuck a couple little fall leaves in here or not. That might be kind of cute, actually. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Tuck them in our bow. I think that's really cute, you guys. Look at that. With the fall leaves in it. I love that. I think I'm going to go ahead and just go for it. You know, just another layer of interest. That's all we're doing. We're just trying to make it fun and fancy at the same time. Okay. This is like the part where you're getting dressed up for a fun party. That's what we're doing. We're just dressing it up for a fun party. Okay, so we've got that, and I think that is adorable. So now let's go on to this little guy over here. We're going to go ahead and add a little turquoise. Just a little bit. These guys aren't going to have very big bows. Let's do, these are smaller, so let's do a little bit of the orange. Let's cut this in half. Turquoise. Let's definitely do the polka dot because I think it's adorable. Love it. Polka dot. And let's see, what do we have here? Something different. I have the solid gold. Let's go ahead and use some of that. That'll look really good. With the scrappy bows, it's not like there's a right or a wrong. Come around. They're all crisscrossed. That's how you do it. You just kind of make X pattern. And then you just come around the middle and tie it all together, nice and snug. There we go. That's a fun, crazy bow. That is a crazy little bow. Now I think I do want to put a couple beads on it just for fun, just to give it a little element of how cute is that? Just like when you think you're done, it's like, It's like we got the perfect dress on, but wait till you see my shoes. Wait till you see the shoes. That's what this is all about. And I do have these beads that I bought at Hobby Lobby, and they're already pre-painted, and they're white and coral and kind of a peachy pink color and gold. So I think I'm going to do definitely a white one. Okay, let's snip that. Look how adorable that is. Is that not the cutest darn thing? So sweet. Let your little imaginations go crazy when you're doing these. Just have fun with it. Okay, I love that. Okay, so here's what we've got so far. I've got a mess is what I've got. I've got a big old mess here. But look how adorable this is coming together. Isn't that just something else, considering this came from the this is all Dollar Tree stuff for the most part. At least the pumpkins and stuff were. I like this guy at an angle, so I'm gonna hold him there so he keeps his shape. So cute. Okay, now we've got the last little guy. And I don't know, I just kind of feel like the other ones have been embellished so much, and he's just gonna be over here like, wait a minute, I don't get any jewels, so I don't know, we may end up putting some beads on him too. We'll see. We'll see as we go along, or at least he's gonna get some fuzzy little friends. On this one, I think we're gonna start the base off with, I like this, the tan and white buffalo plaid. And I'm gonna go ahead and start the base with that. And I do think I am going to give him a couple of beads just because it needs it, just to finish it off. So I will tie this one up with jute as well. That's going to be a cute one. Flip it over, tie it off in the back. We'll put the beads on it, and this little guy is done. Ah, so cute. So cute. Nice, generous amount of glue. Look how sweet that looks, you guys. Isn't that just the sweetest thing? I love this. It's making me so happy. Makes me so happy. Pull this so you can see all those fun little ribbons. Okay, now we've got our two little tails here. So let's go ahead and decide on some beads. Okay, I like the beige. And I like the coral. So we're just gonna go with this, and we're just gonna let this little sweetie have some beads as well. I could have maybe just made some tassels and hung 2 tassels, but I'm committed to this. I think it's gonna be sweet. All right, okay, got the last little bead on, finally. There we go. Okay, perfect. I think we're done. I think this is just a happy little pumpkin hanger. Look at there. I think it just turned out so sweet. So listen, if you want, you guys, you could use different color leaves. You could put a couple of flowers in yours. You could do whatever you like to do to finish off your little projects like this. Just, have fun with it. Make it your own, color with all the crayons this time. That's what I'm going to say. And let's just, keep making these fun little things and turning Dollar Tree stuff into something that we really are proud to hang into our home, and use as our decor in our home. So there you go, sweet friends. I can't wait for the next project. I'm excited to get fall officially going here at Becky Daniel's home. Make sure that you give us some thumbs up. And if it's something that you think that you would like to have your friends see, that'd be awesome too. So until next time, sweet friends, know that you're loved, do something kind for yourselves, and we'll see each other soon.